the fundamental idea of pioneering and developing the world's first and only social web browser is all about simplifying and bringing in the social content that people value now and it's such a mass market level into their web browser so that they can more conveniently stay in touch with the people and content that they care about. And so we see today in the market the idea of social is really something that's more relevant than it ever has been, but less in the sense that it's about like a new destination site or a new social network. More, the people are just interested in a convenient and simple way to stay in touch with their friends and leverage that wonderful power of recommendation and sharing that's leading to so much new discovery for sites, content, shopping, anything that people are interested in. Today in Flock, as you favorite, in our new version of Flock, as you favorite a website, as you bookmark a site, you have the option, if you'd like, to publicly share that. So you can make favoriting in your browser, bookmarking in your browser, tantamount to public sharing, which we think is sort of the most obvious and natural place to create that kind of simple capability to share with folks what you find interesting. But as people are doing that more and more in our product, we're extending that idea across other areas of the browser. So for example, as you find and subscribe to feeds, you can share that information with your friends or with a broader network. As you engage with the process of combining multiple personas of friends into one identity, or as you combine your friends and the blogs that they write into one persona, these are all things that you can choose to share. And it's really creating an incredibly rich data environment where we can start to recommend to our users via their simple act of browsing new sites that they'd be interested in, new feeds that they'd be interested in reading, new people that they'd like to engage with, and of course all kinds of interesting personal social search experiences that complement and are different than long tail traditional internet web search. The advent of the cloud and the way that's enabling a whole new set of platforms and devices has been pretty profound in changing the Flock business and the Flock product roadmap. In fact, Flock recently was relaunched with a very different architecture. We have both a local client based on Chromium that's an extremely fast web browser, very familiar and comfortable for pretty much anyone who's ever used a browser to immediately know how to use. But we've also redesigned it such that there's a whole set of cloud-based and web app services that sit behind that client. So that once people configure the product, they can log in from anywhere, from any installation, any geography, and immediately have access to all of their key favorites, their groups, their social networking credentials, things of that sort. What this also does, this sort of new architecture where we have a whole part of our business and our product in the cloud, is it allows us for the first time to really start to think seriously about new versions of Flock that can be easily accessible and optimized for different devices and different platforms. So a mobile version of Flock, a version of Flock for the iPad and other kind of netbook devices is now in the works in the prototype phase, and really offers our users a different kind of value proposition because so much of their content and so much of what they're doing online is something that they can now access in sort of a stateless way across any device. And when they use it on one device, they'll find it on the other platform when they move to that. And we've put that architecture in place now to be able to support that new user behavior. You know, in a world where increasingly trusted relationships are critical to discovery, I think that's clearly changed the game for marketers and created tremendous new opportunities that, of course, many companies and many folks are trying to figure out how to harness. But it really introduces a different idea, I think, about authenticity and value that it has to be navigated in a whole new way, you know, which is that it's hard to believe that we're going to find something more valuable than personal recommendation for connecting people with things that they may buy or may get involved with. And so I think how to harness that less as a new site or a new service, but more as sort of a new reality of the modern web is a pretty powerful opportunity for every business on the planet.